See, when we look at the fluvial landforms, I guess we are doing the fluvial landforms only. Fine. So the in the youthful stage, second cycle of erosion. In the youthful stage, energy and the transportation capacity is very high. Therefore, the major work of a river is vertical down cutting, and because of this vertical down cutting, we can say, how is the river? River system is well developed, or river is not well developed? River system is not well developed. As the river system is not well developed in this region, we can say river will also engage in headward erosion. What are the major works of a river here? The major works of a river is V-shaped valleys known as gorges or canyons. Fine. The second important work of a river is how the V-shaped valleys are formed. The V-shaped valleys are formed by the process of pothole drilling. This is the process of pothole drilling. That is when the rock will go inside and results into the formation of the pothole drilling process. Yahan tak koi doubt? Fine? No problems? The third major work of a river is, because the erosion is greater. देखो अब Davis भूल जाओ. There are two different kinds of rocks. We have already done this. Differential erosion of hard rock and soft rock will result into the formation of waterfalls. The waterfalls are of two types. Over the period of time, ये भी rounded हो जाएगा due to erosion. So the waterfalls are of two types, rapids and cataracts. That means in this region there will be waterfall, rapids or cataracts. And now if the water is falling from a greater height, water is flowing through here, it is coming down and it is falling from the greater height. As soon as it is falling from the greater height, it is coming and eroding the softer rocks more. Because it is eroding the softer rocks more, the softer rocks will be cut more deep. ऊपर से पानी गिर रहा है, it's putting more pressure, and as a result of this, यहाँ पे again there will be erosion, which will, उसके बाद नदी ऐसे जाएगी. So this is what is known as an plunge pool. Fine. So these three are the major landforms that are found in the mountain. Also there is sometimes a process which is known as stream piracy, river piracy. Getting it? So river piracy, these are the four features that are found in the landforms. Any problems here? Can you draw this? क्योंकि मैं सब dictate नहीं करने वाला हूँ. I am directly going to give you the notes. आप रिवर पायरेसी हम सेपरेटली करेंगे. रिवर पायरेसी ही एक इसमें शॉर्ट नोट है. वी विल कम सेपरेटली. बाकी ये सब अगर समझ में आया और पढ़ के भी नहीं गए तो इट इज़ फाइन. इसमें से कभी क्वेश्चंस नहीं आने वाले. राइट अ शॉर्ट नोट ऑन द वाटरफॉल्स एग्जाम. क्वेश्चंस का एरियाज विल बी फ्रॉम द ग्लेशियर्स. Questions ka areas will be from the alluvial fans ya cones etc. So this is what will happen in the youthful stage. Clear with this? The only thing is you should know how to make the diagrams, because the printed notes mein there are photos, there are no diagrams in that. पहले पूरा साइकिल ऑफ इरोजन खत्म कर देंगे, फिर सेकंड साइकिल ऑफ इरोजन. Can I continue? In the older age, sorry, in the mature age, gradient या slope becomes gentle. As the slope becomes gentle, therefore erosion capacity, or you can say the speed, or you can say energy of river decreases. इसके कारण which erosion will decrease? Vertical, lateral. Therefore, vertical erosion will decrease. And will give rise to lateral erosion. Fine with this? What are the major landforms here? सबसे पहले the landform is alluvial fan. Diagram. क्या है ये? तो डिपोजिशनल फीचर या इरोजनल फीचर? इट इज अ डिपोजिशनल फीचर दैट इज फाउंड एट द फुट ऑफ अ माउंटेन. सो कौन से जोन में? पेडिमेंट जोन. It is a completely depositional feature in the foot of the mountain. जहाँ पे as we are going downwards, the size of sediments is decreases. ये भी मैंने बताया था आपको along with the photo. Fine. So देखो जब हम आगे जाके क्या क्या याद रखना है, यही चीज़ है. In the mature stage, river enters the plains. As river enters the plains, the gradient or the slope becomes gentle. Therefore, the energy available for erosion and transportation decreases. Hence, instead vertical downcutting gives rise to lateral erosion. River also starts depositing large amount of sediments. This sediment deposits at the foot of a mountain or in the Piedmont zone is what is known as an alluvial fan. Characteristics of alluvial fan. Alluvial fan consists of coarse sediments from the foot away. Fine. So there are bigger sediments deposited first and आप बाहर जाओगे तो coarse sediments है. Tell me whether you are understanding or not. If you are understanding, लिखने की जरूरत नहीं, सब कुछ है ये. Understanding? It consists of the coarse sediments. Alluvial fans which are very steep in the regions of deserts. Why they are very steep? Because in the desert region vegetation है या नहीं है? Vegetation is not there. So because the vegetation is not there, soil erosion will be more or less? More. And therefore the sediments will be more. And all these sediments will be coming and deposited at the foot of the mountain. So therefore the alluvial fan will be very steep. It is known as alluvial cone or बजाड़ा. कहाँ पे होगा? Deserts और semi deserts. Deserts or the semi-deserts. It is known as bajada. Several alluvial fan will combine to form a huge pediment zone, which किंग के साइकिल का सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट है, दैट इज पेडिप्लेनेशन. लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है आंसर में, बट समझ में आया व्हाट इज एलुवियल फैन? इट इज अ डिपोजिशनल फीचर. फाइन. यहां से प्लेन्स हैव स्टार्टेड. दिस इज द माउंटेनियस रीजन. माउंटेनियस रीजन्स आर ऑलवेज इन द फॉर्म ऑफ रेंजेस. सो एक दूसरी माउंटेन रेंज है. दिस इज अनदर माउंटेन रेंज. This is a mountain range. This is also a mountain range. Getting it? ऐसे अंदर की तरफ the mountain range is there थोड़ा. Now when the river is coming through this such mountains, ऊपर से all this is mountainous. River is coming. It is coming at the foot of the mountain. It is being deflected due to the resistance. फिर वो बहती है यहाँ पे, it gets deflected due to the resistance. फिर वो बहती है, here it gets deflected due to the resistance, and then it comes up. So for a person who is looking from here, उसको ऐसा लगता है that is the river का water and the foot of the mountain is mixed with each other. Fine. So the foot of the mountain is known as spur. Spur means anything that is protruding. This is a spur of the table. जो sharp pointed part which is coming out, that is what is known as a spur. So how a third person who will be looking from outside will look? उसको दिखेगा पानी, फिर foot of a mountain, फिर पानी, then again the foot of a mountain, then water, then the foot of a mountain. So the second feature that is associated with the mature stage is interlocked spur. Q means that can come as a short note. अभी तक मैंने किसी में Q नहीं लिखा, gorges में नहीं, canyons में नहीं. That means they don't have any potential to come as a short note. Fine. Alluvial fan and cone can come as a short note. Spurs. बिल्कुल नहीं पोटेंशियल. You should just know if a question comes कि what are the alluvial landforms etc. So understanding what is the spur. Spur means foot. ऐसा लगता है पानी and water. Water and the foot. Water and the foot are locked and we will call this as interlocked spurs. Getting it? Fine. Obviously this is true for which mountains? Mountains such as Himalayas, which are in 3 ranges, 4 ranges. It is not true for the single mountain. Meander. Obviously can come as a question, has already been asked as a question also. So what is a meander? Is it basically water or type of a channel, shape of a channel? Kya hai? It is a shape of a channel. So meander basically is a shape of a channel. How it is? Is it straight? Or is it sinusoidal? How it is? It is sinusoidal. So meander, आज ही आपका ये clear हो जाएगा in the handouts of chiral morphology. Fine. So meander is given always in the terms of sinuosity index. ये कितना है sinuosity index? कितना है angle? Straight का sinuosity index. Sinuosity means the curve. It is obviously less than 1. It is greater than 1. So कितना है? And then we have types of meander. Understanding? I am continuing this here. Types of meander are basically divided into meandering channel, into braided channel, into anatomosing channel, and D into meanders associated with second cycle of erosion. Depending upon question क्या पूछा है आपको आंसर लिखना है. Obviously this thing, there can be a separate question on braided channel, there can be a separate question on the anatomosing channel, and obviously there have been a question on incised entrenched meanders. So incised entrenched meanders are associated with the second cycle of erosion. क्या difference है? एक में the valley sides are यूनिफॉर्म, एक में वैली साइड्स आर नॉट यूनिफॉर्म. बस इतना ही फर्क है. क्वेश्चन आता है minimum 100 words पे. So obviously whenever such question comes, that means you are supposed to tell about what is meander, what is the sinuosity index, where it is found in the mature stage, but what is the, but these are the meanders. जो question है past year question, incised and entrenched meanders, कि these are not associated with the mature stage, they are associated with the second cycle of erosion, and then एक word में what is the difference, and diagram obviously. Fine, getting it? Anastomosing channel, वो अभी handout में clear हो जाएगा what it is. Fine. Can I continue? Obviously, the next landform that is associated with the youthful stage is what is this? U-shaped river channel. मैंने इसका shape ऐसे क्यों बनाया? Why not I made it proper U? Because one is, it is meander, one is the cliff slope, the other is depositional, that is the slip of slope. This is nothing but a meander only. You have just showing in the diagram that one is the cliff slope, the other is the depositional slope. One is known as river cliff because it is steep. The other is known as the slip of slope. Slip of slope. Slip of slope because generally river में इस side से उतरते हैं. So that is why it is known as a slip of slope, which is gentle. Fine. आसान है ये topic. Understanding? instead of writing river ka speed is very very less, what is the word we have written? It flows near the base level. Base level matlab, what is the base level? Near the sea level, that is it is flowing very sluggishly near the sea level. Clear with this point? Can I say river in is यहाँ पे in high energy, in the state of equilibrium या in the state of low energy? Low energy. Equilibrium कौन से state में होगा? Mature stage में, and high energy in the youthful stage. Just a minute. And therefore here the major landform is sorry Oxbow Lake. Why? Due to the meanders. See, Oxbow Lake can form even in the mature stage, but सबसे अच्छे form होते हैं in the old age. Can you realize इस पार्ट में मार्क्स डायग्राम्स के हैं, नथिंग एल्स. कंसेप्ट्स आर सो इजी, ये आपको सिर्फ बताना है. इट इज ऑल द योर डायग्राम्स विच आर गोइंग टू फेच यू मार्क्स. उधर floodplains. What are this? Fertile regions which are caused due to every year floods. And delta. What is delta? No, these are sediments. These are sediments. This is not the water which is overflowing. These are the sediments. That is the soil. Bangar Khadar. So you see, पूरे इसमें how V-shaped valleys से river gets converted into U-shaped valleys and then ultimately into narrow, shallow U-shaped valleys and ultimately into the floodplains. Getting it? And then river will end its life cycle. So this is, can I say, work of a river is to make this uplifted region erode this uplifted region, initially greater through here, we will call this as a youthful stage, then mature stage, and ultimately to make this region near the sea level or the base level, and this is what is known as the graded profile of a river. So the entirely the landform will be made a smooth curve, and that is what is known as an graded profile. This landform, which is very near to the sea level or the base level, is known as plain. Obviously it will have a residual hills known as monadnocks. Getting with this? Fine. So I don't, you are not supposed to use it today. आज घर पे जाके ये पढ़ना, and obviously do this, bring this tomorrow. What? To make? meanders तो होगा, meanders तो कहीं पे भी होगा. It will. वो NCERT में क्या लिखा है properly? कि वो exception है. It is nothing to do with the NCERT. 11th की NCERT अगर पढ़ोगे तो क्या दिया है उन्होंने बॉक्स में अलग से दिया है कि it is due to the topography and nothing to do with the youthfulness of the rivers. झेलम का जो on which lake you are talking about? सबसे पहले दल लेक या वुलर लेक? वुलर लेक. You are talking about the वुलर लेक. वहाँ पे NCERT में on the page which is on the left hand side वहाँ पे एक बॉक्स दिया है कि the वुलर लेक of Kashmir is an example of Oxbow lake but in the youthful stage due to the topography. Fine. वो एक अलग फीचर है, वो exceptions है. Fine. So come to this. This is what is the channel morphology. What मैंने लिखा है, no references needed. मतलब you पूरा question जो आता है channel morphology पे, you won't need anything else than this material. I will discuss with you this material tomorrow. Fine. But obviously नहीं आ सकता इतना बड़ा क्वेश्चन. यू कैन सी मैंने सिर्फ पॉइंट में दिया है, उसके बाद भी कितने पेजेस हुए? Somewhere around 22 pages. So come to page number 7. Channel types. कल हम फिर से देखेंगे. Channel types is of two types. कौन सा? Bed rock channel, मतलब the channel which is made up of rock, and one is the alluvial channel which is made up of obviously the soil. ये जो proper ये जो हमने बनाए हैं, it is generally associated with which channel? Alluvial channel. Obviously not associated with the bedrock channel. The rock will not be. बस मुझे यही बताना था. Types of alluvial channel, page number 10. सस्पेंडेड लोड चैनल कैसा है? स्ट्रेट. मिक्स्ड लोड चैनल कैसा है? फिर से स्ट्रेट है. फिर थर्ड चैनल कैसा है? थोड़ा मियांडरिंग है. फोर्थ चैनल कैसा है? मियांडरिंग और ब्रेडेड चैनल के बीच का ट्रांजिशन है. एंड फिफ्थ चैनल कैसा है? बेड लोड चैनल, दैट इज नथिंग बट अ ब्रेडेड चैनल. यू कैन सी ब्रेडेड चैनल के अंदर सेडिमेंट्स मैंने बड़े बनाए हैं एंड दे आर नॉट सेडिमेंट्स. क्या लिखा है? दिस आर आइलैंड्स. फाइन. दैट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन द मियांडरिंग चैनल एंड द ब्रेडेड चैनल. And obviously we have done this आगे जो मैंने meandering channel का short note is there inside. If you turn the page, a stream channel having sinuosity index more than 1.5 is known as a meandering channel. More common pattern to be found along the longitudinal course of a alluvial river. Why? What is meant by this statement? More commonly found along the longitudinal course of an alluvial river. Where it is found? Vertically? Yeah, along a curve. Along a curve. So if any river is starting from here, straight and नीचे आने के बाद यहाँ पे meandering होना शुरू हो जाएगा. And that is why we have said that it is more commonly found along the longitudinal curve, not vertical curve. Longitudinal curve मतलब straight profile. Of which bedrock river या alluvial river? Of the alluvial river. Fine. It is characterized by pulls and riffles. I have told you in the day before yesterday's class what is a pull and a riffle. Pull and riffle cause variation in the channel width, velocity and depth. Pulls develop at the concave bank, riffles at the crossover of a channel. What is a crossover? कल समझ में आएगा. Fine. A meandering channel has asymmetrical cross section as both the slopes of the meandering channel are unequal. You already know this, why they are unequal, because one is convex and the other is concave. नहीं तो अभी तक क्या लगता है U-shaped valley मतलब properly U-shaped valley हो गया. Actually it is not U-shaped, it is unequal. One side is concave, other side is convex. Getting it? नीचे diagram देखो. How the meandering channel develops? Who is the thinker? Who is the geographer? K.S. Richards gave his theory of the development. Stage 1 is the straight channel. Stage 2 is characterized by formation of pull and riffle. Pull and riffle मतलब sediments based on the size, बड़े sediments riffle, छोटे sediments pull. Because of the sediments, obviously there will be variation in the velocity. Lateral oscillation increases, causing moderate bends in the channel. Now because of this sediments, obviously पानी ऐसे ऐसे जाएगा, and this is what is we say lateral erosion. Lateral erosion will increase the bed. Fine. Pulls cause bend in the channel. Now what is a pull? If you look in the diagram B, it is nothing but जहाँ से river bank erode हो रहा है. That is, if you look at the diagram B and the previous diagram at the bottom of a page, pull is nothing but the concave bank, जिसको हमने लिखा है river cliff. Getting it? It is nothing but the concave bank or the river cliff. Understanding? And वहाँ से sediments erode होके जो sediments आगे चले जाते हैं उनको deposit होता है और उसको हम कहेंगे riffle. So you see how initially the channel is straight, फिर कैसे it is getting eroded at the pull. Because it is getting eroded at the pull, वहाँ से bend होना शुरू हो गया channel in the diagram C. Getting it? जितना erode हो रहा है, जितना bending हो रहा है, obviously this eroded material will be deposited आगे, and this is how riffle is created. And if you look at the diagram D, there is no diagram D, sorry. ये सब साइड व्यू है या टॉप व्यू है? दिस ऑल इज द टॉप व्यू, नॉट द साइड व्यू. ऑल इज यू आर लुकिंग फ्रॉम द टॉप. इनिशियली इट इज स्ट्रेट, फिर ऐसे हो रहा है. दिस इज द साइड व्यू. फाइन, दिस इज द टॉप व्यू. एंड स्टेज 3 में द meander belt develops and meander wavelength is correlated with discharge and channel width. Now what does this mean? Simple English hai, you just have to understand. What do you mean by meander wavelength? The distance between the two crest or two meanders. मैंने नीचे दिया है what is mean by meander wavelength. So जितना ज़्यादा meandering will occur उतना meander wavelength will increase or decrease. जितना greater meandering will occur, what will happen? Meandering wavelength will increase or decrease? Decrease. You can see meandering wavelength has decreased. So can I say greater meandering और कितना meander होने वाला है depends upon the sediments. Sediments will depend upon the type of alluvial channel, whether it is a bedrock or whether it is the normal sand वाला. Fine. इसीलिए हमने लिखा है meander wavelength is correlated with discharge. Understanding discharge मतलब sediments and channel width. For example, meandering wavelength is greater in sand and gravel material as compared to the silt clay transporting river. Sand is bigger, silt is very smaller. Therefore, silt can be easily eroded by the river. Or in simple words, meanders are common in the areas where fine silt or clay is dominant or where river channel has moderate slopes. Example, Ganga in the lower course. Lower course matlab which states? Eastern UP, Bihar and West Bengal. That is Bihar and West Bengal, lower course. Braided channel, meandering increase हुआ इसलिए sinuosity index increase हुआ, it is greater than 3. Braided channel is characterized by multiple channels. एक channel नहीं है. River is not just flowing through one path. That one path is divided into numerous paths. You will understand now when we are going to study the delta. Braided channel is characterized by multiple channels divided by bars and islands which are always shifting. अब ये islands किससे बने हैं? Rock से या sediment से? It is made up of sediments. So because they are made up of sediments, can they always be eroded? Can they be easily eroded as compared to the? इसलिए हमने क्या लिखा है? Bars and islands which are always shifting. There is a frequent changes in the bank. You understand what is a bank? Kinara. And दूसरा word is thalweg due to the changes in the river. अब बताओ मैं what is thalweg? बताओ मुझे what is thalweg? मुझे क्या दिखेगा कैसे रिवर फ्लो? थालवेग मतलब imaginary line which is the deepest point of a river in particular course. यहाँ पे ये, यहाँ पे ये, यहाँ पे ये, यहाँ पे ये. This is that is from the. So ये diagram क्या है? ये diagram imaginary point है कि ये this is the deepest point of a river. V-shaped valley, V-shaped valley, U-shaped valley. So ये imagine if this is a river channel. So ये जो line, imaginary line, when we draw connecting the area of maximum depth at the center of a river, उस imaginary line को नाम देंगे Thalweg. Understanding? What is a river Thalweg? Getting it? जो भी deepest point है river का, जो center में है, whether it is in the youthful stage, mature stage, old age, उसको ऐसे लगेगा you have connected with it help of a line, then it is known as a river Thalweg. कोई लिखने की जरूरत नहीं. It is given here Thalweg का definition starting में. First page पे देखो. River is meandering, उसके center में an imaginary line is drawn, dotted. क्या दिया है उधर? Thalweg. I am not teaching you now the braided channel because उसके लिए first we'll look at the braiding index, but look at how the braided channel will be here. So beach mein what are this? These are islands, and therefore we say एक main river channel, this is the main river channel, will due to the presence of islands will be broken into numerous sub channels. And the last is anastomosing channel. ये भी हम बाद में देखेंगे. Can you tell me the difference between the anastomosing and the braided channel? Just see the size of the sediments are different, बाकी कुछ नहीं. इसलिए फर्स्ट लाइन ही पढ़ना अभी. इट इज द स्पेशल टाइप ऑफ ब्रेडेड पैटर्न. So channel pattern, you can see, look at the flow chart, understand the flow chart. Channel pattern is dependent upon the channel discharge. Channel discharge will influences the stream power. Erosion power कितना है? Stream power is also influenced by the gradient. Fine. Stream power determines lateral erosion stability. Obviously vertical erosion stability भी determine करता है, but that is not the topic we are studying. We are studying channels, braided channel. They are found only in the old age. इसलिए lateral erosion stability. Lateral erosion की stability vegetation भी determine करता है, other than the stream power. Sediments भी determine करता है. So दूसरा arrow आ गया. Fine. So this will depend, this all will give rise to three types of channel pattern, that is straight, meandering and braided. Fine. And lastly is the ana branching channel. सिर्फ वर्ड समझो क्या लिखा है. कंसिस्ट ऑफ मल्टीपल चैनल्स सेपरेटेड बाय सेमी परमानेंट बट वेजिटेशन वाले एलुवियल आइलैंड्स. कहाँ पे एलुवियल आइलैंड्स आर सेमी परमानेंट? जहाँ पे रिवर डेल्टा बनाती है. सो एना ब्रांचिंग चैनल इज ऑल्सो अ स्पेशल केस ऑफ अ ब्रेडेड चैनल बट इन द रीजन्स ऑफ डेल्टा. फाइन. Channel bed topography मतलब whether there are pools or riffles in the river, and just see how the pool and the riffle is affecting the river. Two diagrams, one is the side view, one is the top view. So obviously you will require this tomorrow. I will discuss this topic. So इनमें से सब में से छोटे छोटे क्वेश्चंस आते हैं. They won't ask you the single question. They will ask you an applied question of all this. Fine with this, and this is how we say river profile has become graded over the period of time. वो flat हो गया. What determines the river profile becoming graded? कितने तक erode हो सकता है river? Till the base level. So tell me what is a base level? Mean sea level is the base level. Anyone having a past year question? No need of, चलो मत खोलो, मैं question ही बता देता हूँ. What do you understand by base level? Identify the different types of base level. 150 words. बस यही लिखोगे. It is the sea level. क्या लिखोगे? How many types of peneplain are there? 4. कौन से? Regional, local and grand. Main. How many types of base level are there? Regional base level, जिसके below river cannot erode. It depends upon the sediments. Local base level. Fine. Regional base level and the grand base level. Grand base level is the sea level. But हमेशा erosion is never near the sea level. Even if a city is near the sea level, it will be slightly at a greater height. So can I say a definition of a base level is the base level is a level beyond which erosion capacity is not possible. Right? Different agents will have different base level. For most of the agents, such as river, the base level is the sea level, but not river does not have the capacity to bring all the land near the sea level. So the base levels are of different types. Local and regional base level will be dependent by the rocks. If there are resistant rock, नीचे नहीं आएगा. Theoretically, the base level is the sea level. That is the grand base level. Third, for wind, लिखो कुछ भी मत, ये हम टॉपिक करने वाले. Fine. For the wind, desertification को stop करने के लिए what are the things to be done? Plant vegetation. Why? Why should you plant the trees? It will reduce the erosional capacity. कैसे? It does not bind. वो तो एक अलग है, पर erosional capacity कैसे reduce करेगी? जहाँ trees है वहाँ पे speed क्या होगा of the wind? Decrease. So speed जैसे ही decrease होता है, चाहे river हो, glacier हो या wind हो, क्या करेगा वो? Deposition. Deposition अगर कर रहा है उसी एरिया में, तो क्या वो sands लेके किसी और जगह जाएगा? So will the desert increase? No. एक है grass या trees. दूसरा है कभी कभी wind does not have any erosional capacity on the water. Fine. So for water, vegetation, for wind, as if the wind is the agent of erosion, trees are the base level. Depending कैसे आंसर क्या है. अगर river है agent of erosion, then sea is the base level. If the desert is then agent of erosion, then the trees are the base level, because the wind does not have capacity to erupt the trees except during cyclones. Fine, but normal wind को नहीं है. And if glacier is the agent of erosion, what is the sea level then? What is the base level then? कुछ नहीं है base level. Depend करेगा desert की कितनी ताकत है, because desert can erode the lands even below the sea level. Example, Great Lakes of North America. Great Lakes of North America क्या है? Land को और ज़्यादा depress कर दिया, उसमें ice stick हो गया, and so for river base level क्या है? Sea. For wind, any obstruction. For ice, base level depends upon the strength of the glacier versus the strength of the rocks. Getting it? ऐसा आंसर है बेस लेवल का. Obviously इंट्रोडक्शन में किसने दिया था कंसेप्ट? मेजर पॉवेल ने. फाइन. So once this entire landform has been brought down to the base level, then if the landform is uplifted, अब शुरू होता है second cycle of erosion. यहाँ तक clear? What is a delta? We'll do it later on after doing the second cycle of erosion. Can I continue? Don't draw the diagram, I am drawing. रैपिड्स, कैटरैक्ट्स, वाटरफॉल्स, जो कुछ भी है, प्लंज पूल्स, ये सब यहाँ मिलेंगे. आफ्टर दैट वी विल हैव alluvial fans, cones, pools, riffles, mature stage. उसके बाद यहाँ पे there will be delta. This entire landform is peneplain. Fine. We have not yet starting the second cycle of erosion. ठीक है. सबसे पहले tell me the meaning of what we have written. Interruptions in the cycle of erosion. Interruptions in the, what is the cycle of erosion? Youth to old age. Fine. So can I say if the old age becomes youthful again, it is the second, it is the interruption in the cycle of erosion? Fine. Or can I say if the old age becomes youthful again, इसका मतलब the cycle of erosion is expanded या reduced? Old age landform है, फिर से youthful हो गया. So what has happened? The cycle of erosion has expanded or has reduced? It has expanded, because again the landform will have to go through the process of mature and old age. But imagine यहाँ पे डेल्टा है नहीं, यहाँ पे मैच्योर स्टेजेस है. अब देखो, ह्यूमन इंड्यूस्ड क्लाइमेट चेंज, मेल्टिंग ऑफ आइस कैप्स एंड ग्लेशियर्स, एंड देयरफॉर सी लेवल हैज रिजन. कहाँ पे होगा डेल्टा नाउ? यहाँ पे देयर विल बी डेल्टा. फाइन. यहाँ पे देयर विल बी फ्लड प्लेन्स. कहाँ पे होना चाहिए था? यहाँ पे. कहाँ पे मिल रहा है? यहाँ पे. ऑब्वियसली यूथफुल स्टेज और कम कम पीछे पीछे हट जाएगा. इवन नाउ कैन आई से द साइकिल ऑफ इरोजन हैज रिड्यूस्ड. राइट. लैंडफॉर्म इज क्विकली बिकम मैच्योर, डिपोजिशन होगा, ये बन जाएगा पेनेप्लेन वाला रीजन. सो वेदर एक्सपांशन, वेदर रिडक्शन, it is known as polycyclic relief. Landform will never go through the stages of youth, mature and old age, and uske baad it will become stable. There will be numerous cycles of erosion. Cycle of eruption may be will be increased or it can be decreased, and these are what are known as interruptions in the cycle of erosion, jiska one part is now. What is river rejuvenation? Sea level is here. Sea level has now fallen at this. Because the sea level has fallen, river ka erosion capacity has increased, and therefore maybe from this point river will keep on eroding the landform and make it nearer to the sea level. River will keep on eroding the landform, make it nearer to the sea level. And this is how the landform may become. So this is river rejuvenation. Can I say extension of the cycle of erosion? The stages which was once a old age has now shown the characteristics of youth. कब तक रहेगा characteristics of youth? जब तक उसकी ये original height is not converted to near the base level or the sea level. Fine. So this is what is the river rejuvenation. No, nothing. वो अलग है. These are types of rivers: antecedent, consequent, superimposed. एंटीसीडेंट रिवर मतलब क्या है? रिवर वॉज एग्जिस्टिंग प्रायर टू द अपलिफ्टमेंट ऑफ द लैंडफॉर्म, मतलब वहां पे पानी था. नाउ द लैंडफॉर्म हैज गॉट अपलिफ्टेड. एज द लैंडफॉर्म हैज गॉट अपलिफ्टेड, फिर दैट रिवर विल एंगेज इन एक्टिव डाउन कटिंग एंड मेंटेन उसका ओरिजिनल पाथ. इट विल नॉट चेंज द डायरेक्शन. So obviously when the uplifting has occurred, antecedent river in one stage will show the characteristics of youthful topography. But river rejuvenation क्या है? In the old age, if there is a characteristics of youthful topography. When you are saying the antecedent river, वो यहाँ पे हो रही है, हिमालयाज में, not here. समझ में आया ये क्वेश्चंस? पॉलीसाइक्लिक रिलीफ इंक्रीज या डिक्रीज डिपेंडिंग अपॉन क्या आता है, बट जनरली यूपीएससी पूछता है सिर्फ रिवर रेजुनेशन. एंड रिवर रेजुनेशन इज नथिंग बट सेकेंड साइकिल ऑफ इरोजन. क्यों सेकेंड साइकिल ऑफ इरोजन? क्योंकि फिर से रिवर को काम करना पड़ा. फाइन. दिस वॉज द मैच्योर ओल्ड एज, इट हैज नाउ बीन ब्रॉट. अब सी लेवल इससे नीचे आया तो थर्ड साइकिल ऑफ इरोजन, fourth cycle of erosion. Fine. I have shown you an example of river rejuvenation occurring due to upliftment of the land. Here, fall in the sea level. Fall in the sea level. So, whenever we are now going to refer rise or fall in the sea level, it is known as eustatic changes. That is the changes in the sea level. Eustatic changes. Fine. ये पोर्शन बहुत आसान है. अगेन फोकस ऑन प्रेजेंटेशन. ये क्या है ये चीजें? दैट इज हाउ द रिवर रेजुनेशन इज गोइंग टू ऑकर ड्यू टू टेक्टोनिक चेंजेस, अपलिफ्टमेंट, ड्यू टू यूस्टैटिक चेंजेस. आंसर दोनों का सेम है. टेक्टोनिक चेंजेस हो फिर भी रिवर की इरोजन कैपेसिटी बढ़ने वाली हो, या फिर यूस्टैटिक चेंज है दैट इज द फॉल इन द सी लेवल, फिर भी रिवर की इरोजन कैपेसिटी बढ़ने वाली है. गेटिंग इट? लैंड हैज गॉट अपलिफ्टेड, स्लोप हैज इंक्रीज्ड, रिवर का स्पीड इंक्रीज्ड, उसका इरोजन कैपेसिटी हैज इंक्रीज्ड. फाइन. सो रिवर रिजुवेनेशन ड्यू टू अपलिफ्टमेंट. इंस्टेड ऑफ अपलिफ्टमेंट लैंड इज फ्लैट, सी लेवल हैज फॉल डाउन, फिर से रिवर का स्पीड इंक्रीज हुआ, फिर से इरोजन कैपेसिटी इंक्रीज हुई. रिवर रिजुवेनेशन ड्यू टू फॉल इन द सी लेवल, दैट इज यूस्टैटिक चेंजेस. गेटिंग इट? सी लेवल चेंज होने से लैंड सी sea water. Fine. River which is coming and meeting the sea. Speed decrease हुई, sediments deposit हो गए, delta. Sediments deposit हो गए, delta. Speed decrease होते गई. New sea level. अब getting it? हमेशा land will be going downwards, continental slope, continental shelf. रिवर की स्पीड क्यों डिक्रीज हो रही है? ड्यू टू रेजिस्टेंस ऑफ द सी वाटर. क्यों रेजिस्टेंस है सी वाटर का? बिकॉज सी वाटर इज सॉल्टी. सॉल्टी है इसलिए डेंसिटी ज़्यादा है, डेंसिटी ज़्यादा है इसलिए रिवर के पानी को रोक देता है. विच इज़ मोर पावरफुल? इफ दोनों पानी मिल रहे हैं, इफ रिवर वाटर एंड सी वाटर इज मीटिंग, विच हैज़ मोर सैलिनिटी, विच इज़ मोर सॉल्टी? सी वाटर. सो इट इज़ मोर डेंसर. Getting it? Fresh water is less denser. So जिसकी density ज़्यादा, resistance decrease in the speed. Fine. इस साल ये क्वेश्चन आने की अपेक्षा है बिकॉज बहुत सालों से ये क्वेश्चन नहीं आया है रिगार्डिंग द पॉलीसाइक्लिक रिलीफ और पैलिम्पेस्ट टोपोग्राफी. फाइन. सो यू कैन टेक डाउन इंटरप्शंस इन द साइकिल ऑफ इरोशन. सी चैनल मॉर्फोलॉजी पूरे नोट्स में से करना है. कल के वेदरिंग वाले नोट्स इतने काम के नहीं है. रिवर रेजुवेनेशन एक्सेट्रा जो मिलेंगे आपको नोट्स ऑन डे आफ्टर टुमारो, उसको सिर्फ रेफरेंस की तरह यूज करना है. वैसे आंसर शुड बी दिस ओनली व्हाट वी आर राइटिंग इन द क्लास. अगर कोई टॉपिक समझ में नहीं आ रहा है तो उसमें से देखो, क्योंकि सी व्हाट आई एम टेलिंग यू ऑल, लास्ट ईयर आई डिक्टेटेड ऑल दिस बट देन इट इज वेस्ट ऑफ टाइम, मुझे ऐसे लगता है. फाइन. डिक्टेटिंग, मेकिंग यू अंडरस्टैंड ऑल दिस थिंग्स, फिर उसको कंप्रेस करोगे आप. सो आई एम मेकिंग यू अंडरस्टैंड इन द क्लास. इफ यू डोंट अंडरस्टैंड, बेस्ट है नोट्स देखने से पहले यू हैव ऑनलाइन लेक्चर्स, उसको फिर से सुनो. फाइन. उसके बाद इफ यू वांट टू सी यू कैन रिफर द प्रिंटेड नोट्स. फाइन. So river rejuvenation, polycyclic relief. The life cycle of a river. The life cycle of a river shows a graded profile, मतलब smooth curve. कभी confuse हो गए what is a graded profile means? Smooth curve. Smooth curve from the source of a river till delta. Smooth curve from the source of a river till the delta. Source of a river till the delta. The smooth curve by the advocates of कैन आई से नॉन साइक्लिक इक्विलिब्रियम वाले लोग या साइक्लिक वाले लोग. बाय द एडवोकेट्स ऑफ डैश हैव डिवाइडेड इनटू यूथ, मैच्योर एंड ओल्ड एज. क्या सो साइक्लिक को मैं क्या डेविसियन स्कूल भी रेफर कर सकता हूँ? यस. सो बाय द एडवोकेट्स ऑफ डेविसियन साइक्लिक स्कूल, by the advocates of Davisian Cyclic School. What is the complete statement? By the advocates of Davisian Cyclic School have divided the smooth curve by the advocates of Davisian Cyclic School envisages what is the meaning of envisages? Talks about, says, envisages sequential development of landform the landform to form a featureless penny plane. Featureless penny plane. But the Earth's crust is not stable. यही तो इनके criticisms है. But the Earth's crust is not stable. And therefore Therefore, the cycle of erosion is subjected to numerous interruptions. Cycle of erosion is subject to numerous erosions. Understanding what is the meaning of interruption? कि cycle of erosion complete ही नहीं हुई है. अब interruption मुझे बताओ कितने types के हैं? मैंने अभी आपको बताया है. One which is going to enlarge, one is going to reduce. So, interruptions are of two types. One which increases the length of cycle of erosion. So can I call this as river rejuvenation? And दूसरा, one which shortens the cycle of erosion. Are you comfortable now with the signs we use? एक line बना के मतलब this is sea. This means land. Fine? River is flowing, completing one entire cycle of erosion and making this region a flat peneplain. मत बनाओ ये diagram. This is just to tell you something. Fine? Now, due to some reasons, यहाँ पे there is volcanic eruption and there is a huge volcanic mountain, and this endogenetic processes will keep on increasing, and as a result of this, volcanic mountain will keep on building in such a way कि अब river cannot flow. So ये पानी सूख जाएगा. There will be no water in this. Fine? Initially पानी रुकेगा और यहाँ पे lake बनेगा of a very large size, and then maybe river will change उसका path. It will come on this side of a mountain or it will go on this side. पूरी के पूरा river का cycle का direction ही change हो गया. Fine? So such interruptions which changes the cycle of erosion for a longer time is known as accidents. Fine? They are known as accident. River is going, suddenly कुछ तो हुआ, river खत्म, या फिर river changes उसका direction. So उसको हम क्या कहेंगे? Accidents in the obviously life cycle of a river. On other hand, lake बन गया, बट रिवर के पास इतनी कैपेसिटी है कि रिवर ने इस माउंटेन को डिस्ट्रॉय करके आगे बढ़ी. सो ऑब्वियसली इट इज नॉट एन एक्सीडेंट, इट इज जस्ट अ नॉर्मल इंटरप्शन. So he asked me a question, why Jhelum river meanders? Jhelum river meanders because it is just an example of one such interruption. Jhelum river was coming with great speed. Suddenly, कहाँ पे ओरिजिनेट होती है झेलम रिवर? On the Zaskar ranges. Zaskar range is an example of Great Himalayas या Trans Himalayas. This is the river Jhelum which is coming downwards. And after some years, there was a formation of Middle Himalayas. Getting it? पहले Middle Himalayas were not there. So the river Jhelum which was coming down, उसका path रुक गया. Getting it? And उसका path रुकने के बाद it formed a very big lake. And there was no flow. When there was no flow in the river Jhelum, that means, can I say river suddenly became old age here because it is not flowing? So river Jhelum started depositing large amount of sediments. It is carrying the sediments. It has deposited huge amount of sediments at the bottom. But over the period of time, river Jhelum could cut through the Middle Himalayas. पानी चला गया. पानी अब यहाँ से बह रहा है. And then it cuts through the Himalayas at a place which is known as, must have heard this, Baramulla. Baramulla is what? A gorge of river Jhelum. And वहाँ पे जो town है, that the name of the town is Baramulla. But between the Great Himalayas and the Middle Himalayas, land became very flat, which should not have been. It becomes very flat because of the formation of temporary lake. And ये flat land को हम कहते हैं फाइन. अब लैंड कहाँ पे फ्लैट होनी चाहिए? इन द ओल्ड एज. कहाँ पे हो गई? बिटवीन द माउंटेन्स. Obviously, when the land has become flat, only in this region, river Jhelum then meanders and forms Oxbow Lake. Fine. So that is why Wooler Lake, the largest freshwater lake of India, is an exception. Ki a Oxbow Lake, but in the youthful topography. This is an example of an accident or interruption, whatever you can say. Getting it? I have drawn the diagram. There are two types, one which shortens, which one lengthens. Fine. Next point. If the interruption in the ongoing cycle of erosion on ongoing cycle of erosion is such that it closes the cycle, then such interruption is known as accident. And such interruption is known as accident. Accidents are generally caused due to large scale climatic changes, or due to volcanic eruptions. Large scale climatic changes or due to volcanic eruptions. Accidents हम बाद में लिखेंगे. This is, we are doing the river rejuvenation. Fine. Climate change in climatology will do Milankovitch cycles. In that you will understand that large scale climatic changes will result into accidents. For example, large scale climatic change, any accident in India? Yes, Harappa and Mohenjo-daro civilization was once located on the banks of river Saraswati. Saraswati is gone, that is an accident due to large scale climatic change. What is that climatic change known as? Current affairs mein, those who have studied for prelims must have known this. It is known as Meghalayan age. Fine, Meghalayan age. 200 years of drought. That is an example of an accident. पूरी रिवर को ही गायब कर दिया. एक नई रिवर का जन्म हुआ, यमुना. Getting it? Next point. Interruptions are also caused due to changes in the base level. Interruptions are also caused due to the changes in the base level. Changes in the base level. Thus, a cycle of erosion may be punctuated punctuation मतलब comma, full stop, fine, may be punctuated by numerous interruptions and such a topography is known as polycyclic relief. Such a topography is known as polycyclic relief or palimpsest topography. Palimpsest topography. What do you mean by palimpsest? Palimpsest मतलब बार बार लिखना. Fine. Palimpsest means एक ही चीज के ऊपर बार बार लिखना. For example, how you read any book? पहले underline, उसके बाद highlight, उसके बाद लाल पेन, उसके बाद blue pen. This is what is palimpsest. बार बार करना. So similarly, river एक cycle of erosion, second cycle of erosion, third cycle of erosion. इसको हम कहेंगे polycyclic relief या palimpsest topography. Changes in the base level. You know what is base level? Is of two types. Negative changes, positive changes. Negative change मतलब fall in sea level. Positive change means rise in sea level. Human beings are causing what? Positive change or negative change? Positive change. Fall in the sea level will lengthen or shorten the cycle of erosion? Lengthen. So it will cause river. And positive change will cause देखो अभी तक हमने क्या लिखा है, आई एम क्विकली रिवाइजिंग इट. We started with the topics polycyclic relief. Fine. इसमें we told there is a difference between interruption and accident. फिर we are saying interruption will be basically due to the changes in the base level, which can be positive, which can be negative. Accidents or interruptions can also be due to volcanic eruptions, etc. But our focus will be on the changes in the base level. और उसके बाद river rejuvenation. So before you draw this diagram, one statement. Interruptions which are caused due to the changes in the base level are of two types. And then this diagram, negative changes, positive changes. Fall in the sea level, rise in the sea level. So if the sea level, imagine a condition. Can I continue? If the Arabian Sea level falls, will it affect only western coast of India या पूरा India? पूरा India, because सारे rivers के dynamics change हो जाएंगी. Will it affect only India, or will it affect Pakistan also? Will it affect Yemen, Oman? फाइन, जिस कंट्रीज के आसपास देयर इज अरेबियन सी एंड इंडियन ओशन, सब पे अफेक्ट होगा. ऐसा तो नहीं कि अरेबियन सी का लेवल फॉल हुआ तो इंडियन ओशन ऐसे ही रहेगा, इंडियन ओशन का पानी भी आ जाएगा. एवरीथिंग विल चेंज एंड देयरफॉर व्हेनेवर द सी लेवल फॉल्स, द चेंजेस आर नॉट सीन लोकली, इट इज सीन एट द एंटायर लार्जर लेवल. इसीलिए वी कॉल दिस चेंजेस एज eustatic changes. That is one statement. Changes due to sea level are widespread. Changes due to the sea level are widespread and therefore termed eustatic. Are widespread and therefore termed eustatic. Are termed eustatic changes. So what will cause river rejuvenation? Fall in the sea level, rise in the sea level, fall in the sea level. How do you know why the river rejuvenation will be causing fall in the sea level? Why? क्या होगा उससे? What will happen due to the fall in the sea level? How? कैसे? क्यों? So what do you mean by river rejuvenation? River rejuvenation is the concept in which the characteristics of youthful are seen in the mature and old age due to increase in the speed and the therefore erosion capacity of a river. Understanding क्या है river rejuvenation? So river rejuvenation definition, it means acceleration of the erosive power of river, acceleration in the erosive power of a river, lengthening the cycle of erosion, lengthening the cycle of erosion, full stop. It causes the senile topography. It causes senile topography. Senile मतलब old, topography to become juvenile or youthful, to become juvenile or youthful. Juvenile मतलब youth. ये सब लैटिन वर्ड्स है, फाइन, इसलिए जुवेनाइल. बट हमारे ऊपर इतना ये है कि जूलियस सीजर जिस मंथ में बॉर्न हुआ हम कहते हैं उसको जुलाई. अंडरस्टैंडिंग इतना ज़्यादा है इम्पैक्ट ऑफ इंग्लिश. जुलाई नाम क्यों है? जूलियस सीजर वॉज बॉर्न ड्यूरिंग दिस पीरियड. अगस्त सेम वन किंग बॉर्न हुआ, रोमन एम्पायर. टेल मी क्यों हो सकता है रिवर रिजुवेनेशन? मैं एक रीजन बताता हूँ, फॉल इन द सी लेवल. फाइन, यू टेल मी द अदर कॉजेस. इसके बाद आंसर इज वेरी इजी. क्या होगा उसमें? यू ऑलरेडी नो. यूथफुल स्टेज. सो कॉजेस देखो, just one is, tell me the other causes. Upliftment, tectonic or vertical down cutting is the outcome. Climate कैसे? बट यू आर राइट, बट कैसे? आइस एज आएगा या आइस एज मेल्ट हो जाएगा? आइस एज आएगा. सो देयरफॉर इट विल रिजल्ट इनटू फॉल इन द सी लेवल. फाइन. बिहार इज व्हाट? यूथफुल और मैच्योर और ओल्ड एज? ओल्ड एज. फाइन. बट अब बिहार में लोग डूब रहे कि नहीं? इज द सॉइल गेटिंग इरोडेड और नॉट? व्हाई? Due to there is a flood in the river. Assam is what? Old age again. But Brahmaputra is becoming very dangerous and it is eroding the, and this is what we will call. So उसमें भी climate है. Don't just think कि ice age आएगा कि नहीं आएगा. Even annual climatic changes such as heavy rainfall causes increase in the erosion capacity of a river. For example, Western Ghats. You must be knowing, those who are studying the news, मतलब अपने एरिया के न्यूज़. 4 students go to Khargar on a waterfall thinking कि they will enjoy the rains. Drowned away. 3 की बॉडी मिली, अब तक 1 की मिली नहीं है. What is this? Greater erosion capacity of a river. Bodies हम क्या है? Sediments for river which is becoming very huge. लेके गई river. Fine. So रेनफॉल इज ऑल्सो रीजन. सो कैन आई से अपलिफ्टमेंट, फोल्डिंग, फॉल्टिंग की जो बात कर रहे हैं, दिस ऑल विल कम इन fine. Geostatic changes, dynamic changes, climatic changes. Fall in the sea level, obviously the reason can be this too, but ये एक अलग स्टडी किया जाता है. अपलिफ्टमेंट, उससे भी फॉल इन द सी लेवल होगा. क्लाइमेट चेंज, मेल्टिंग ऑफ आइस, floods, etc. can be climatic changes. अब someone said ice age. बस इसको एक्सप्लेन करो क्या है ये, और फिर क्या होने वाला है पता ही है. वैली इन वैली टोपोग्राफी, अपलिफ्टेड प्लेन, meander inside a meander, structural benches, fine. Case study छोटा नागपुर प्लाटू. Answer is done. Initial part is tough, how to approach. Outcome you already know. इसको थोड़ा मैं I'll give you in a better manner. So causes. Depending upon the types, there are, depending upon the causes, there are 3 types of river rejuvenation. There are 3 types of river rejuvenation. डायनेमिक रेजुवेशन और टेक्टोनिक फैक्टर्स है. टेक्टोनिक फैक्टर्स जब है तब डायनेमिक रेजुवेशन. लिखने की ज़रूरत नहीं, आपको एग्जाम्पल से समझ में आएगा, क्योंकि एग्जाम में स्कोप नहीं है कि डायनेमिक रेजुवेशन इज कॉज ड्यू टू टेक्टोनिक फैक्टर्स सच एज. आपको ऐसा ही लिखना पड़ेगा. अंडरस्टैंडिंग. टिल्टिंग ऑफ अ लैंड मास, टिल्टिंग बनते ही स्लोप में कम स्टीप, स्टीप बनते ही इरोजन कैपेसिटी इंक्रीजेस. Imagine this is where we are standing is end of India. Indian plate के बदले Indian plate is not continental. Vindhyas के बाद there is ocean, and now the Indian plate which is subducting suddenly goes below. So will the ocean floor go below? Indian plate and Asiatic plate are colliding. I am saying instead of Indian plate, imagine वहाँ पे oceanic plate है. Oceanic plate नीचे चली गई. There will be subsidence of a sea floor, and thus there will be eustatic rejuvenation. Dynamic upliftment, eustatic large scale changes, static local level changes. बिहार के floods, fine, या डैम बर्स्ट हो गया, सडनली पानी आ गया, लोकल लेवल है. सो दिस इज ड्यू टू द चेंज इन द लोड ऑफ अ रिवर, सेडिमेंट या वॉल्यूम ऑफ अ रिवर ड्यू टू लोकल लेवल चेंजेस. Such as rain, during floods, how is the first point different from the third point? It is talking just about the changes as per season. This is talking कि a river in his lifetime has totally removed the sedimentary rock. Ab it is now flowing on the hard rock. As it is now flowing on the hard rock, it cannot erode the hard rock, and therefore the sediment load will decrease. Sediment load decrease होते ही what will increase is speed of a river will increase. Fine. जितना याद है उतना लिखो एग्जाम में, ऐसा नहीं कि सब कुछ लिखना है. River has captured a smaller river, so obviously उसका volume will increase, and therefore so यही हो गए causes भी. Eight causes of river rejuvenation depending upon the types. Fine. Getting it? Can you write the causes on your own? What are this? What question आता है? What are the causes of river rejuvenation? Upliftment of the landmass, tilting of the landmass, glaciation and therefore fall in the sea level, subsidence of a sea floor and therefore fall in the sea level, change in the sediment load due to annual weather conditions, increase in the volume of a river due to weather conditions such as during the rainfall Himalayan rivers become mighty, decrease in the sediment load of a river, right, because of the changes in the structure of the rock, and lastly due to river capture. ये है causes of river rejuvenation. Fine. So the next point is causes. सिर्फ इमेजिन करो, सिर्फ क्वेश्चन आता है कॉजेस को, तो आप कैसे इसको एक्सप्लेन करोगे? कॉजेस यही है, हेडिंग्स यही होंगी. सिर्फ इसमें आपको एग्जांपल्स डालने हैं. जाओ प्लेट टेक्टोनिक्स पे, इसमें जाओ प्लीस्टोसिन आइस एज पे, इसमें जाओ नॉर्थ इंडिया में, उसमें इन द प्रेजेंट सिचुएशन. These are the causes. So upliftment का example, I will not dictate you the causes, I will just tell कि कैसे इसको enlarge करना है. Upliftment का example due to plate tectonics. Due to plate tectonics. For example, upliftment of the Himalayas. Fine? Getting it? Example of a river? गंगा. क्यों टेथिस? टेथिस तो सी था. टेथिस को क्यों रिवर बना रहे हो? टेक्टोनिक अपलिफ्टमेंट हो गया. देखो व्हाट ही इज नॉट रॉन्ग. वैसे आई डोंट थिंक उसने इतना सोचा होगा. फाइन. टेथिस वाज इज जियोसिंक्लाइन. टेथिस जियोसिंक्लाइन में देयर वाज वन वेरी वेरी माइटी रिवर व्हिच वाज एंडिंग, एंड द नेम ऑफ दैट रिवर वाज शिवालिक रिवर. शिवालिक नदी माइथोलॉजिकल टाइम्स में. फाइन. वो जाती थी एंड इट यूज्ड टू एंड इन द टेथिस सी. फिर जैसे हिमालय स्टार्टेड गेटिंग अपलिफ्टेड, या दिस एंटायर रीजन स्टार्टेड गेटिंग अपलिफ्टेड, ये टेथिस सी छोटे छोटे हिस्सों में बढ़ गया. मेडिटेरेनियन सी बन गया, ब्लैक सी बन गया, कैस्पियन सी बन गया, अराल सी बन गया. दिस इज ऑल टेथिस सी ओनली. राइट. उसका सबसे बड़ा पार्ट इज ऑब्वियसली मेडिटेरेनियन सी. सो ये शिवालिक नदी भी छोटे छोटे हिस्सों में बढ़ गई बिकॉज कहीं से भी लैंड अपलिफ्ट होने लग गया. वन पार्ट ऑफ दिस शिवालिक रिवर became Amu Darya and Sir Darya, which go into the Aral Sea. Getting it? अब बीच बाद में उस रिवर का नाम चेंज हो गया एंड इट बिकेम इंडो ब्रह्मा रिवर. मतलब जोग्राफर्स ने, आजकल के जोग्राफर्स ने उसका नाम चेंज कर दिया. अब देन द नेक्स्ट स्टेज में हिमालय स्टार्टेड बिकमिंग. Earlier, Amu Darya, Sir Darya के समय Tanshan, Kunlunshan, Trans Himalayas, etc. were originated. Then the Himalayas started forming. As the Himalayas started forming, this Indo-Brahma river initially got separated into two parts because Indian plate came and collided with the Eurasian plate. Suddenly Himalaya को push कर दिया, and as a result, on the western side, when the Himalayas got pushed, यहाँ पे एक ridge बन गई. And this Indo-Brahma river got divided into two parts. एक बन गई ब्रह्मपुत्र, एक बन गई इंडस. Otherwise this was the same river. इसलिए name is Indo-Brahma. And then the river upliftment जब फिर से शुरू हुआ, when the Himalayas की height बढ़ी, इस पार्ट को और फिर एक हिस्से में डिवाइड हो गया एंड तीसरी रिवर जो बन गई यहाँ से वो बन गई गंगा. Fine. This is what has happened to the Himalayas. इसलिए ये सारी रिवर्स आसपास से ही निकलती है. ऑब्वियसली गंगा थोड़े साउथ से, गंगोत्री में से, बट इंडस एंड ब्रह्मपुत्र फ्रॉम द कैलाश मानसरोवर रेंज. फाइन. सो दिस इज एन एग्जाम्पल. अपलिफ्टमेंट एग्जाम्पल. Example you can write about Ganga. Remember, Ganga is older than the Himalayas. Indus is older than the Himalayas. Brahmaputra is older than the Himalayas. Still this river are in the youthful stage. Because topography is in the youthful stage. Understanding? Why the topography is in the youthful stage? Due to upliftment. Second example मुझे बताओ. Tilting of the landmass. वेस्टर्न घाट्स चला गया, मुझे एग्जाम्पल चाहिए रिविजिनेशन का. फाइन, आई डोंट वांट एनी एग्जाम्पल कि जो टिल्ट हो गया. देयर हैज टू बी एग्जाम्पल ऑफ रिवर रिजुनेशन. वी आर नॉट डूइंग द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ सबसिडेंस, वी आर डूइंग द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ रिवर रिजुनेशन. सो जो भी एग्जाम्पल यू आर सेइंग इज राइट, बट टेल मी एन एग्जाम्पल ऑफ रिजुनेटेड रिवर. उधर दामोदर इज वेयर? Eastern. So whenever the Himalayas were formed, this is not what the India was. As I told you, India kahin to tha. Crack develop hua in the India aise, and this part went below the sea. Fine, and this part also subsided. Due to the subsidence there was slope, and due to slope the speed of a river increased, and therefore kya hoga? Rejuvenation due to the tilting of land mass. Understanding? ये part तो चला गया समंदर के नीचे. So नर्मदा which was initially draining here, समंदर के नीचे इतना चला गया part कि sea level went up. Sea level went up, तो इनफैक्ट नर्मदा को तो रिवर रेजुनेशन नहीं हुआ, नर्मदा का लाइफ साइकिल हैज बीन रिड्यूस्ड. व्हाई? बिकॉज दिस पार्ट वेंट बिलो द सी. हाउ वाज लैंड इंडिया अर्लियर? इंडिया वाज अर्लियर लाइक दिस. व्हाई वी मेक इट लाइक दिस? बिकॉज आफ्टर डेवलपिंग अ क्रैक दिस पार्ट वेंट बिलो द सी, एंड सी में इट वेंट बिलो द सी, देयरफॉर वाटर लेवल केम अप. एज द वाटर लेवल केम अप, देयरफॉर व्हाट हैज हैपेंड? रेजुनेशन होगा या नहीं होगा? शॉर्टनिंग होगा. नर्मदा is an example of a shortening of a life cycle, but tilting यहाँ हुआ. The other part did not went below the sea, but it tilted in the form of slope. So that is why Damodar. Getting it? कितने रेंजेस है हिमालयास के? 3. कितने बार हुआ होगा ऐसे ह्यूज कोलिजन? देन 3 times. इसीलिए लिसन, मतलब देखो, रिवर दामोदर को मैं ड्रॉ करता हूं. This is where the river Damodar is flowing present day में. Side view, cross sectional view. What does it show? Initial valley, next valley, next valley. What does this show? 3 times there has been river rejuvenation. So this was initially, and अब फिर से अगर इंडिया टिल्ट हो गया तो there will be 4 times there will be river rejuvenation. That is why in the Chota Nagpur plateau region you find so many examples of waterfalls, gorges. उस दिन कौन सा गॉर्ज करने बोला था मैप पॉइंटिंग के लिए? It came in the paper. What was the name of the gorge? Satkosi Gorge. Which state? Orissa. Orissa is a part of Chota Nagpur Plateau. Jharkhand is Chota Nagpur Plateau. Fine. River Damodar divides the Chota Nagpur Plateau into 2 parts, Hazaribagh Plateau and Ranchi Plateau. So second example है छोटा नागपुर प्लाटू. वहां पे लिखना रिफर केस स्टडी, क्योंकि हम ये केस स्टडी में लिखेंगे. All these things are given in your Savindra Singh also. Physical geography. I am not saying geomorphology वाला, even in physical geography में ये दिया है, but चलो उसको पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं है. Example during the सी जो भी मैंने एग्जाम्पल्स लिए फ्रॉम द फर्स्ट लेक्चर, आई हैव चोजन वही एग्जाम्पल्स विच यू कैन यूज इन ईच एंड एवरी आंसर. फाइन. वैसे दुनिया भर के एग्जाम्पल्स है, बट एग्जाम्पल्स बढ़ा के क्या करोगे? दो एग्जाम्पल्स रखो जो यूनिवर्सल एप्लीकेशन है, एप्लेशियंस एंड छोटा नागपुर प्लाटो. फाइन. एप्लेशियंस इतने पहले बने, गेटिंग इट. उसके बाद प्लीस्टोसिन आइस एज आया, सब्सिडेंस, आइस एज चला गया, इंक्रीज इन द वॉल्यूम, पैलियो. उसके बाद फिर से ऐसे कितने बार आइस एज आया होगा? लेटेस्ट वाज प्लीस्टोसिन. गेटिंग इट. सो देयरफॉर एप्लेशियंस. फाइन. सो नॉट इन दिस नोट्स, एक सेपरेट पेज पे टेक डाउन दिस क्वेश्चन एंड खुद लिखने की कोशिश करो. Examine the causes for river rejuvenation. Examine the causes for river rejuvenation. 100 words. बस separate question नहीं आने वाला है ये कभी. It will come. What is river rejuvenation? Examine its causes and what is the topography. 250 words. या फिर worst case में if it comes in as a separate question, 50 words will be in what is the rejuvenation. Next space will be in the types of river rejuvenation. So 100 words if you have a causes of river rejuvenation, it is more than enough. Fine. So now मतलब इसमें सब में you can take, let your thinking run. When the changes in the sediment load will be there due to floods, when there will be increase in the volume of a river due to floods. Example Kosi floods, example Brahmaputra floods. Fine. When there will be decrease in the sediment load, कोई भी मन का example बना लो. That is if the sedimentary rock has been totally eroded and there is only now, fine, or decrease, or where there can be decrease in the sediment load. If there is big dam and because of the big dam water is stored, therefore sediment नीचे गिरता है, and when the dam का gate opens, पानी comes with great force, right? Due to river capture. So we will continue tomorrow with the rest part and bring this notes tomorrow.